Welcome to Mr. D's class, where we're gonna have some fun. Put on your thinking caps now, the party's just begun.
Hi, welcome to Mr. D's Class Online. I'm your host, Mr. D, and I will be guiding you through a lovely little set of segments, all filled with things that'll hopefully percolate your brain, get it working, give it a bit of a workout, and also some fun things in store as well. We're going to start where we always start, with Miss A giving us our calendar and weather information. She'll tell us what day it is, what the weather's to be like today. That can really help us get ready and prepare for our day. It helps us decide what to wear and maybe even what we're doing. If Mr. D plans a beach day for a big rainstorm day, not a good plan, right? Or a day that's supposed to be really, really cold. Ooh. So, Miss A, why don't you tell us what day it is and what we can expect from the weather?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days are in a week. I like to sing them quiet.
It's graduation day, so if you know a grade 8, make sure that you say congratulations to them. It is June the 24th, Wednesday. Yesterday was June the 23rd, Tuesday, and tomorrow will be June the 25th, Thursday, the last day of school if we were in class. And the weather today is going to be cloudy, but we're not going to see any rain, so those graduates will be able to do their drive-by graduation. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you so much, Miss A. So good to see you and hear from you. I also wanted to take the time to thank a couple students who came into our Google Meet yesterday to just say hi and hang out. We played some Would You Rather, asked some fun questions, had a little chit-chat. I also got to meet some of your pets, a delicious rabbit, and a couple of lovely dogs. So thanks for that. I'd also like to thank all of the adults who made time out of their day to come by and drop by and visit. Even people we haven't seen for a long time, like Miss Morrison, they were there as well. So it was pretty great. Our next segment is from Miss B. It's our word family, and I think it's the last word family we will be doing. So, for the last time, doing word family, Miss B.
Hello everybody! I have another word family for you. Today's word family is the IDE or IDE word family, and it's the last word family I'm going to do with you guys. So here it is. My last word family, IDE or IDE. So the words that I came up with are side, ride, hide, stride, and bride. There you are. So you guys, for the last time, get to come up with 5 more words to add to this word family list. So have fun with it. It's the last one. Bye for now.
Thank you, Miss B. Great job as usual. So super excited to, do that last word family challenge. I wonder if you can come up with 5 words in that word family and share it with Mr. D by emailing. Next up, we have a craft from Miss D. It's a pretty cool craft. She's called it the name craft, so it probably has something to do with your name. That's my guess. You should check it out. Here's Miss D and our segment on.
I like crafts, you like crafts, we like crafts, they like crafts. Everybody loves crafts with Miss D.
Hey guys, on Crafts with Miss D, we are going to make name signs. So you can either put this on your door or you can put this wherever you want. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper, whether that's white paper or construction paper, and you're going to need some markers, pencil crayons, paint, whatever really you feel like using. So I am going to do my name in the rainbow. And I know I've been doing the rainbow a lot lately, but you know what, it's summertime, it's nice out. I don't know, it just makes me feel like rainbows just make me happy. So we're gonna do rainbows. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my purple because that's the last color in the rainbow. and I'm working on my way out. So from the inside of my paper all the way out. So I'm gonna write Miss D. You're not gonna write Miss D. You are gonna write your own name. And I'm doing these ones double thick, just so you can see it a little bit better. M, lowercase r, S. Oh, my S kind of got a little bit out of there. A little carried away there with my S. Whoops, that's okay. Dot and D. It's kind of hard. I'm using a stool as my table today, and it's got like some grooves in it to make it look like it's an old piece of wood, and it's driving me a little bit bonkers. Okay, so there's my center, Miss D. So I did this video already once, and I was gonna finish my sign off and then send it to Mr. D so we could add a picture at the end, but then I thought, no, you know what, I'm just gonna redo my video and I'm gonna show these guys my end product at the end of this video. So I sat and crafted and colored outside, which was very nice because it's quiet other than you can hear the neighborhood noises, some animals. So it's kind of peaceful out here, all by myself. Have you guys been getting some alone time away from everybody? It's good to have some quiet time. Gives you time to think. Okay, so I'm onto my blue. I'm doing 2 wide. I didn't do 2 wide on my last one, but just for this, just so you can see kind of the colors a little bit better, I'm doing 2 wide. Have you been bugging Mr. D? I think I said this in one of my other videos too, but bug him, keep him busy, send him lots of emails and videos, crafts, whatever you're making. Mr. Duhamel's Lego challenges, Miss B's word ladders. Okay. Are you dressing appropriately for the weather that Miss A is talking about and telling us every day? Because it's important to dress for the weather. You don't want to be wearing your winter coat when it's this hot out. And make sure if you are going outside in the sun, you're putting on your sunscreen. Can you guys hear the geese in the background? I think they're geese. They might be ducks. I'm not sure. The lake is... Gull Lake's a little bit behind my house, so not right behind my house, but there's a couple of streets in between me and the lake, so sometimes we hear lots of the water birds out there. All right, I'm on to green, and as you trace over your letters are going to kind of become one, and then that's kind of fun too because they all become one big letter when you're done. Which is super neat to see how that goes. Okay, we're just gonna finish off with the green. I'm not gonna do the whole rainbow. I don't want this video to be too long. And with me doing each color twice, it's actually taking longer than if I had just done each color once, which is what I should have done. But that's okay. We're all learning on doing our videos and what works best and what doesn't. It's funny, even as... Hello to you too. Even as you get older, you still learn things every day. Like since being home, I've learned how to make videos for you guys, and I've learned how to grow vegetables, and I've built a garden, and I've been doing other landscaping stuff around my house. So I've learned lots of new things since being home. In between my teaching, of course. You guys, your videos and other things. Okay. Maybe you guys are helping your other siblings with their schoolwork. Because learning at home is tricky. Misty has found out it is very tricky. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But you can see the idea. And then here is my first one that I did. I finished it. Pretty neat, eh? And you can use whatever colors you want. If you want to use your favorite color just in different shades and go back and forth between those and make like a super neat pattern, or just random, oh, this would be a good 3-color challenge. You can pick 3 random colors and do your name. It's really up to you how you do it. It's your craft, and crafts are supposed to be what? Fun! Because we love to have fun, and crafts outside is even more fun because you get to be outside and you get to craft. 2 of the best things ever. All right, I miss you guys. Bug Mr. D with all your fun stuff that you're doing at home, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Super cool craft, Miss D. I love it. Next up, it is Wednesday, and so it is Wellness Wednesday. And of course, Mr. Duhamel is here with his final Wellness Wednesday. I think this is the 7th or 8th one he's done. Maybe even more. Maybe there's been 9 or 10. Mr. D has kind of lost track. Maybe you have too. But Mr. Duhamel's here to speak about, well, thoughtful thinking. It's a good last segment for our Wellness Wednesday. So, Mr. Duhamel, why don't you share with us what your thoughts?
Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I'm your host, Mr. Duhamel.
Oh, sorry. Hi, and welcome to Wellness Wednesdays, where we talk about caring for ourselves emotionally, because caring for ourselves emotionally is really important. Our emotional health is important because it affects our physical health. A few times now we've talked about being thoughtful, and we've practiced it by asking thought-provoking questions. And so today I have another thought-provoking question that is super fun. So the question is, you get to bring 3 people to dinner, and they can be fake or real. So what that means is that you can bring cartoon characters, TV or movie characters. You could bring a character from a book. You could bring someone famous or someone from history. So think about it. Who would you bring to dinner? And before you answer, you're going to see a pause button come up on the screen. And that's because you need to pause and think about it for at least 1 minute. And when you've thought about your question for 1 minute, then you can hit play again. So I thought about mine. And my 3 are, drum roll please, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon, Kurt Warner, who's a professional football player, and my last one is my most favorite superhero. And you may be thinking Captain America. He is pretty awesome. But no, Nightcrawler. He's a really cool X-Men. Anyways, the reason why I brought these 3 is because I kind of admire them, kind of all in their own way. I admire the fact that Ash Ketchum actually gets to catch Pokemon, and I'd love to talk to him about that and the bond between him and his Pokemon. I chose Kurt Warner because he has a really cool story. He kind of started at the bottom, now I'm here. That's an old song to quote. Anyways, and my last is Nightcrawler because I relate to Nightcrawler in a lot of odd ways. So anyways, who would you bring? I'd love to know and can't wait to hear from you. Anyways, bye for now.
What a super cool question Mr. Duhamel just asked. What 3 people would you bring to, this awesome dinner? Real or fake people? Like characters from books or movies or cartoons, or real historical figures. Mr. D would love to sit down and have dinner with John Lennon, who is a singer from the Beatles. I would like to also invite Paul Simon, who's another singer. And then I think I would like to bring someone very historical, someone like, I don't know, Queen Elizabeth. I would like to have dinner with Queen Elizabeth. Not so she could, be all queenie, but I'd like to know how life has changed over the time she's been queen. She's been queen for a long, long time, since the 1950s. Wow. So, Mr. John Lennon, Mr. Paul Simon, and Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. That's my choice. Anyway, that's my thoughtful thinking. Next up, we have our word ladder. This is our last word ladder of the school year. Miss B is going to tell you what it is, how to do it, all that jazz. And of course, in your choice board, you have the option to, take a look at it. It's right in there. You can see the clues and maybe get an adult or an older brother or sister to help read it to you. So, Miss B, take it away.
Up the ladder, nowhere to go, feel the wrongs living under my toes. Try to catch up, everything is a clatter. Ooh, son, now get up the ladder.
Hey everybody, it's a word ladder. This one's called wildlife. So here are your clues. The bottom word says bird, and the first clue says to tie something up if you blank a book, you fasten its pages together and put a cover on it. Change one letter. Another word for brain. Change one letter. Nice or gentle. Change one letter. The rough outer layer of foods. Change one letter. To locate something. Change one letter. A fish uses this to move in the water. Take away one letter. The end. Add 3 letters. And the final clue says a creature that swims. Take away 2 letters. So a lot of this word ladder is actually like kind of a word family. So maybe that's a little clue to help you guys. Anyways, have fun doing this. It's our last one. I'm going to go do it. Bye.
Thanks, Miss B. Great job, as always. Next up, we have our problem of the day from yesterday. Mr. D will show you how he solved it, a couple different ways you could have chosen to solve it. And of course, after that, we'll talk about our problem of the day from today. This is going to be your second last problem of the day. So that's that. Let's see what we did. Which diagram has an even number of strawberries? Now, an even number is a number that can go equally into 2. So we can divide it in half equally. So every person of those 2 people would get the same amount. Let's start with D. Here we see 3 strawberries. Can I divide those evenly between 2 people? Well, let's see. If I divide this in half, 2 are on this side and 1 is on this side. That is not an even number. 3 is an odd number. 3 is odd. It's a funny name. That's an ugly D, isn't it? Oh no. Are you guys going to yell at me? I'll try and fix it. Now it looks like a music note. Oh well. C, if I divide this in half, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 on one side, and only 1, 2, and 3 on the other side. So 7 is also an odd number. Oh, Mr. D needs help with his writing. B has 5 strawberries. When I divide it in half, I see 1, 2, and 3 on this side, and 2 on this side. That means 5 is also an odd number. You can't divide it equally amongst 2 people, or 2 sets. And we get to A, where we see 6 strawberries. And if I divide it in half, I see 1, 2, and 3 on the top, and 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. So 6 is an even number. E-V-E-N. Does my first E look like a C to you? It does to me. Let's try that. Oh my goodness. Well, the answer still is A. That is an even number, 6. For the problem of the day today, a pentagon has 5 sides. How many sides would 8 pentagons have? So this is a problem where we might have to count or skip count by 5s 8 times. We could add 5 8 times, or if you know multiplication, you could try multiplication. It's also a problem where if you draw the problem out, if you were to draw 8 pentagons and then count the sides, you might get the answer as well. So I'm curious to see who would get the right answer. If a pentagon has 5 sides, how many sides would 8 pentagons have? I hope you got the problem of the day from yesterday right, and I hope you try out the problem of the day from today. Pretty cool. Next up, we have our choice board, an option, all the options you have to keep your brain percolating and smart and working while we're at home. One of our last choice boards, it's our second last one actually, if you really think about it. So we have hygiene, brushing your teeth, washing your face, brushing or combing your hair, putting on clean clothes, and having a bath or a shower. We have reflex or prodigy. Miss D did our name craft. That's an awesome craft that you can try yourself at home. She showed us exactly how to do it. Mr. Duhamel also gave us a great Wellness Wednesday video on thoughtful thinking. Have you thought about taking up his challenge or taking some of his advice or some of the things he suggested? That's a great thing to do as well, not just today, but every day. Our problem of the day is right here if you need to reference it. We have our grammar, epic, and lexia. We'd love you to choose one of those. Our last word ladder is the wildlife word ladder, so let's check that out, see if you can get those answers right. Our Kahoot challenge is, I think it might be over today, so today's your last day to get a chance. There will be no more Kahoot challenges because we're so close to the end of the year. You have your phys ed choice board, a neighborhood walk, music, drawing, dance, and coloring. Round out your choice board. I wonder what you're going to choose to do to keep your brain active and to keep yourself busy and engaged in learning. Well, again, we're out of time. That's all the time we have left for today's show. We've had some great visits from Miss A, Mr. Duhamel, Miss B, Miss D. Oh my goodness. We have tomorrow's episode is Thursday, and then Friday is our last episode. So I hope you're well. I hope you're doing great. I can't wait to, get back to real life and see you in person. We hope in the meantime you're well. And I'll see you tomorrow for another fun-filled day of Mr. D's Class Online. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Mr. D's class, where we're gonna have some fun. Put on your thinking caps now, the party's just begun.